Adam and Ryan had been friends for as long as either of them could remember. In their small village, where dusty paths curved between mud houses and fields of wheat swayed with the wind, everyone knew them as an inseparable pair. From childhood games to teenage dreams, they walked side by side, sharing laughter, pain, and silent understanding. When one spoke, the other listened. When one fell, the other lifted him up. Their bond was not loud, but it was deep. Every evening, just before sunset, they met under an old banyan tree near the river. The tree was ancient, its roots thick and tangled like the stories of the village itself. To Adam and Ryan, it was more than a tree. It was their place. They sat there after long days, watching the sky change colors, talking about life in soft voices. Sometimes they spoke about dreams, sometimes about fears, and sometimes they said nothing at all, letting the silence speak for them. Adam was the quieter of the two. He observed the world carefully, thinking before speaking. His eyes often carried questions about life and the future. Ryan, on the other hand, was bold and open-hearted. He laughed easily, spoke confidently, and never hesitated to stand up for what he believed was right. Where Adam doubted, Ryan believed. Where Ryan rushed forward, Adam reminded him to slow down. Together, they balanced each other. One evening, as the sun dipped low and painted the river gold, Adam seemed unusually restless. He picked at the dry leaves beneath his feet and avoided Ryan's eyes. Ryan noticed the night was heavy with rain. Dark clouds covered the sky, and the wind howled through the narrow streets of the village. Ryan sat beside his father's bed, holding his weak hand. His father's breathing was uneven, shallow, and filled with pain. The village doctor had already come and left, shaking his head gently. "He needs to be taken to the city hospital," the doctor had said. Immediately, Ryan's heart sank. The city was far away, and the cost was far beyond anything he could afford. He had spent years saving small amounts of money, but it was not enough. Neighbors offered sympathy, kind words, and prayers, but no solution. As the rain grew stronger, Ryan felt smaller, more helpless than ever before. That night, by the dim light of an oil lamp, Ryan took out a piece of paper. His hands trembled as he wrote. It had been years since he last wrote to Adam. Silence stood between them like a wall. Still, Ryan poured his heart onto the page. He did not accuse. He did not complain. He simply told the truth. His father's illness, his fear, and his hope that somewhere, somehow, Adam might still remember the boy who once believed in him without question. When Ryan finished, he folded the letter slowly. He did not expect a reply. Writing it felt like a goodbye to hope itself. Days passed. The rain stopped, but Ryan's worry did not. His father grew weaker. Each morning, Ryan visited the post office out of habit more than belief. Each evening, he returned home with empty hands and a heavier heart. Then, one afternoon, a strange sound echoed through the village, the sound of a car. Children ran to the road in excitement. Cars rarely came here. Dust rose as the vehicle stopped near the old banyan tree. Ryan looked up, confused. A man stepped out. He was wearing simple but clean clothes, his face thin, his eyes tired. For a moment, Ryan did not recognize him. Then their eyes met. Time seemed to stop. "Ryan," the man said softly. Ryan's breath caught in his chest. "Adam." Adam took a step forward, then another, and suddenly they were standing face to face, years of distance collapsing into a single heartbeat. Adam pulled Ryan into a tight embrace. Ryan felt tears on his shoulder, Adam's tears. "I'm sorry," Adam said again and again. "I never forgot you. I never forgot." Ryan could not speak. All the doubt, all the pain, all the unanswered questions dissolved in that moment. Trust, which had been silent for years, spoke louder than words. Adam had received Ryan's letter by chance. He had moved often, struggling to survive in the city, working small jobs while studying at night. Many of Ryan's earlier letters had never reached him. When the final letter arrived, Adam read it under a streetlight, his hands shaking just as Ryan's had while writing it. That same night, Adam made a decision. "I came as fast as I could," Adam said. "Not because you asked, but because you trusted me enough to write." Adam wasted no time. He took Ryan and his father to the city hospital. The journey felt long and frightening, but Adam stayed close, guiding Ryan through unfamiliar streets and crowded halls. He paid for the treatment without hesitation. When Ryan tried to stop him, Adam held his hand firmly. "Years ago," Adam said quietly, "you believed in me when I had nothing. This is not help. This is my duty." Days passed in the hospital. Ryan's father slowly began to recover. Color returned to his face, and strength returned to his voice. Each small improvement felt like a miracle. Ryan watched Adam moving through the hospital corridors with calm confidence, and he realized how much his friend had grown, not just in success, but in character. One evening, as the city lights glowed outside the hospital window, Ryan finally asked the question that had lived in his heart for years. "Why didn't you write?" he asked. Adam lowered his eyes. "Life broke me many times," he said. "I was ashamed. I thought I should return only when I was worthy of the faith you placed in me. But every night, I remembered our promise." When Ryan's father was well enough to return home, Adam went with them. Back in the village, people gathered in surprise and admiration. Some felt shame for their doubts. Others smiled, seeing the truth of a friendship they had once questioned. That evening, Adam and Ryan walked together to the banyan tree. The river flowed calmly beside them, just as it had years ago. The tree stood tall, unchanged by time, a silent witness to their story. Adam placed his hand on the rough bark. "This is where everything began," he said. Ryan nodded. "And where it survived." They sat beneath the tree, not as boys dreaming of the future, but as men who had faced life and returned stronger. The silence between them was comfortable, filled with understanding. Adam spoke softly. "Success means nothing if I lose the person who trusted me first." Ryan smiled, his eyes shining. "True friendship doesn't need daily words. It only needs unbroken trust." As the sun set, painting the sky in shades of gold and purple, the two friends sat side by side. The storm had passed. Distance had failed. Doubt had faded. Trust had won. And under the old banyan tree, their friendship stood, rooted deep, unshaken, and eternal.